I get to review something that I've never reviewed before. A kind of forgotten, up until the last couple years, sort of way of consuming media, and that is an audio drama. Back in the day, they used to do these on radio a lot. One of my favorites as a child were the Lord of the Rings adapted to radio by Bernard Mays, which was really fun. It was sort of unabridged, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. They also did a Hobbit one I listened to as an adult. That was pretty good too. But it's sort of a forgotten thing. They're kind of dated. They're very corny at times. But Star Wars used to do these. They did the original trilogy and had Mark Hamill as Luke and Anthony Daniels as C-3PO. And they did it with several of the books and comics, like they did the Dark Forces trilogy. Pretty sure they did most of Dark Empire and Dark Empire 2, Crimson Empire, some of the Tales of the Jedi. They got audio dramatizations, which is like a full cast of actors voicing different characters. Well, as a surprise this year, Lucasfilm announced, like a month before it came out, Dooku Jedi Lost, which is about Asajj Ventress tasked to find Dooku's sister. Meanwhile, she's discovering Dooku's past as a Jedi, from him being a youngling to a council member to leaving the Jedi Order to become the Count of Sereno. What did I think of Dooku Jedi Lost? For those of you who don't know, we actually talked about it on the last Legends episode. Dooku, I've always wanted a series of Dooku novels. In the Legends timeline, I thought that Dooku was an underused character. You get to see him in the Clone Wars. You get to see him as Darth Tyrannus a lot, especially with Dave Filoni's show, which I fundamentally don't like what they did with his character. But we don't get to see him a lot as a Jedi. But when we do, it was always pretty cool. I remember Darth Plagueis. Both Plagueis and Palpatine have interactions with Jedi Master Dooku. Of course, in Jango Fett Open Seasons, a comic I plan to review at some point, we see a young Dooku in that. And also in Jude Watson's Legacy of the Jedi, we get to see Padawan Dooku and Dooku Qui-Gon. And in the new canon, we had a little bit of Dooku. But in this, to me, it wasn't enough. I liked elements of this. I liked that his training with Yoda. I liked his interaction with his siblings that he didn't know until he was preteen. There's a whole lot of things he didn't know that he learns about. And I liked him becoming the Count of Sereno, but there were just elements of this I didn't like. The Ventress stuff felt forced and kind of dumb and took me out of the story. Dooku, there's just, I don't know. It was a little dumb at times. There's some bad acting going on. My main complaint with the acting is the guy that got to voice Dooku sounds nothing like Christopher Lee. In fact, he doesn't even have a powerful voice. And I get having someone who doesn't sound like Christopher Lee to be young Dooku. But if we're talking Dooku from the prequels, why didn't they get the person who voiced Dooku in the Dave Filoni TV show? I thought he did a pretty excellent job sounding a lot like Christopher Lee. It just didn't make any sense to me. There's some great acting. Mark Thompson voices Yoda, and he's wonderful. I'm almost certain the woman who voices Asajj Ventress is the voice actor from Filoni's Clone Wars. She's great. Jonathan Davis does a great Qui-Gon Jinn. But overall, acting's okay. It's corny for audio drama, which I do expect. It's just, I don't know. I wanted something more. It just seemed like Dooku's life abridged. Like, I would have wanted a novel of this, or several novels of this. Instead, we get this. Overall, it's... For what we do get, it's a 3 out of 5. It's okay. I would recommend listening to it if you're into the new canon. But it could have been better. So, anyway, guys, have a nice day.